What is going on, guys? So the crypto space is basically on the verge of having the most epic bull run that it has had in the history of cryptocurrency. And to top it all off, why am I totally vested in JASMY coin, guys? Well, I'm going to uncover some of the reasons why I look at JASMY as one of the most powerhouse projects that will make a huge comeback from being in a flat line for over a year and a half, guys. And I'm going to touch on every topic that I possibly can that could convince you that JASMY is the project to be in. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy this. I'm not telling you to sell it, but I am going to tell you how I feel about it. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get into it. All right, guys, with the epic bull run that's on the horizon, guys, I believe that this is going to be one of the biggest bull runs that crypto has ever seen. And there's many reasons to justify that, guys. But I'm not going to go into that because today I'm going to talk about JASMY. That is my baby. This is the project that I'm super bullish on. And I do believe that it's going to do huge things, guys. JASMY has been through the ringer and back. So if you guys want some little bit context behind JASMY, is that when they first initially launched, they were set to be a very strong project. They were going to do massive things, guys, but unfortunately there was a lot of FUD going around in the crypto industry, in the crypto world globally, guys. So it caused Japan and China to kind of back away from wanting to be in crypto because they were not real savvy on it. But when they started to realize how much value crypto had, they became more interested in having it operate within their country. But the problem was that JASMY did not meet the regulations behind the Japanese request for cryptocurrency. So they came out, they were on one Asian exchange, I believe it was MEXN or something like that, but it was only one exchange out there, and they made a significant leap, guys, especially with being on only one exchange. Their project went pretty high. Now the problem was, fast forward with the crypto regulation, they had to actually step away from the project and regroup to put themselves in position to actually be able to pass all the crypto regulation standards within Japan. So that kind of put a dent in the progression of their project, guys. But you know, with the hard work and dedication, they actually were able to meet those requirements and were able to be basically a known crypto project in Japan. Now, the second thing that they kind of ran into as they started to scale out into other countries, so Binance started to question, you know, their integrity of their project. So they started to put them in the innovation zone. But JASMY wasn't like trying to be transparent at the time because they're businessmen. They are totally honed in on running a business. So JASMY had really been putting their time aside to focus on how to develop the business and how to develop what their initial roadmap was. So they started to just build partnerships. They got partnerships, major partnerships like Kona Labs, DWF Labs, Toyota. They started just working the market for Internet of Things, the IoT. That's what they focused on originally. Then they started to scale out into their data locker and their secure data PC, and having that data democracy on their focus. And so they started to do that, and they worked through that, and finally today, you know, they are the first Japanese cryptocurrency in the US market. On a US exchange, which is Coinbase. They're the only one, I believe, at this time. But so that's, you know, that's a part of it, guys. So that I'm just really trying to be transparent with the work ethics behind the JASMY team. So that's pretty huge when it comes to being a business inside the cryptocurrency space. Now, secondly, they figured that they had to find a way to basically upgrade their system, because they know that with the amount of users that they could potentially pull in, the current chain that they're on may not cut it necessarily, because they needed to upgrade their system to be able to handle, you know, tons of transactions. They want to make sure that they're doing they have an efficient system So they understood if they had an influx of people come in to start utilizing their platform and utilizing their chain, they knew that there's going to be bugs, and they're already thinking ahead and saying, hey, I don't want to be dealing with bugs. We've already been through the ringer. It's been a tough battle. We want to put ourselves in a position to be able to overcome and adjust and be able to have an influx of users with very minimal bugs in the system. So what they did is they started to test and create the JASMY chain, which is basically an integrated system that would upgrade their current chain to be able to utilize AI integration with the chain to help sort out transactions, to speed up the processes, to basically organize and distribute transactions at a higher level of speed, guys. So that was super huge for them to do, understanding what they've already committed to. So they have the laptops, the Web3 laptops that are coming out, and they created that partnership with Avita. And so Avita is invested in building these for these Sony developers that are running JASMY. So if you put all that information together, guys, and you start to understand that JASMY is a business, and when they first came out, there was a clear target, but all the setbacks that were circling them that had nothing to do with the project, they're sitting here fighting to stay a company. And for them to be able to get through that and work through that and sort that out, and then to start building their partnerships and then get kicked back to the ground because an exchange says, well, we don't think you're transparent enough. So what did they do? They start creating AMAs. Then they had a first AMA, which they're not accustomed to, that was a little off, especially from different countries trying to understand it. And they were not as organized as they should be, because they were just trying to get out there and get their name and do what Binance had asked and be more transparent. And it was a little rough, right? But the second one, not only did they create a second or another AMA, what they did was they introduced another exchange, which is Deepcoin. And here's the thing that's so unique about Deepcoin is the way that they run their exchange is geared toward futures. So how is that important? Because number one, they have enough confidence in JASMY that they know that there's going to be potential growth in the project, and there could be major gains out of that. Okay. And not only that, with incorporating JASMY chain, the technology side of JASMY has just advanced, twofold, because they're going to go in and integrate this new system. And now I don't believe that JASMY's switching over to that system. I believe JASMY's incorporating that system to the project, guys. So that's what makes it so unique. And that's why I think that JASMY will indeed start to move in a better direction, and I believe it's going to cause the price to start to pump, guys. And the unique thing about it is that when JASMY had came out and they made their all-time high, they hit around $4, but then they were knocked down. But then we seen a strong level at about 32 cents, guys. And this is where I believe, based on the level of that 32 cents, because it was the time of them trying to fight and hold and stay within it. I believe that 32 cent level was their really realistic all-time high, which I think they're going to test that immediately, because it was very significant to the project becoming stable at that time, with sorting out all the stuff that they had to do with regulation and everything, and then expanding into different markets. I believe that is a key level for JASMY to just get back to that. I think it's going to go like a magnet to that level. And I believe once we see that type of movement, the communities that's been behind JASMY and that's been watching JASMY, and everybody that's going to FOMO into JASMY, is going to cause that to rally up to those levels that, we're talking about, $1 level and stuff like that, 80 cents. I believe that there's enough interest within the JASMY community and within the JASMY retail side of things, and I do believe we're going to pick up some institutional investors in JASMY as well. So that would take us to those key levels that, you know, people are saying that it's not, you know, reasonable to get to. So that's one of the reasons why I'm super bullish on JASMY, guys. But here's the ticker, guys. This bull run is going to be one of the most epic bull runs based on tons of stuff, tons of information, tons of adoption. And there's been a lot of chatter about institutional investors that are geared up to jump into crypto, but they're just waiting to pull the trigger. And we've been expecting this for over a year and a half to 2 years, guys, of these institutional investors that they've talked about that are actually gearing up to start getting into crypto. And this is why it's going to drive one of the biggest bull runs that we have. All right. And this is going to kick off for many speculations in 2024, guys, and it has to do with the Bitcoin halving and different plays that are coming up, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this about JASMY. I wanted to keep it short and sweet, just to keep the JASMY family going, guys. We got to keep fed. You know, if we don't stay fed, we're gonna lose faith in our project. But we have to remember why we got invested in JASMY in the first place, and keep that passion and keep that conviction, you know, to stay in the project. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Run My Crypto. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Take care. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys on the weekend, because this is going to be the last video of the week for me. Should be Tuesday, I believe you're seeing this. Maybe Wednesday. I got to see when I get it out there, guys. But thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys drop a comment. You know, I know there's going to be some good comments from my lovers and my haters. All right, guys. You guys take care. Be blessed.